It's Wednesday night. It's time for Super Geeked Up. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Super Geeked Up, your live weekly geeky pop culture show. My name's Jeff. Thank you for geeking out with us.
And I'm Nicole, and like Jeff said, if you're just watching for the first time, this is Super Geeked Up, your live weekly geeky pop culture show where we play really fun geeky games, talk geeky news, and have on really awesome geeky guests like tonight.
Woo!
Yeah.
And I am Tanya. You can follow along on Twitter at SuperGeekedUp using the hashtag SGU. We love hearing from you as we do the show. First, we're going to launch into our Geek Tweet of the Week. Nicole?
Yes, so the Geek Tweet of the Week is, if you could battle any monster, what would it be and how would you defeat them? So I think I want to start with Tanya.
Okay, mine's complicated. I had to write it down.
Okay.
So, scariest TV episode ever is Hush from Buffy, with the gentlemen that float around and steal your voice so you can't scream as they kill you. So, here's how I would defeat them, which is actually using the real way to defeat them. I would set lots of traps, like they do in Walking Dead, with little like stuff that makes noise, because they float, so you can't hear them when they're moving. So that way they would like set off the booby traps everywhere, so you knew they were coming. But beforehand, I would record lots of people screaming to distract them, and then I would just get someone to actually scream, because we would have so much notice before they actually arrived that they were coming, and then all their heads would explode. Yeah. And that's how you get around the whole episode.
That is crazy, and I love it. Very cool. Very nice. Jeff, what about you?
I'm going to battle the Rancor, which is the thing Luke Skywalker battles in the Jabba's pit in Return of the Jedi. I am not going to drop a steel entrance beam on its head like Luke did, because I want to do something different. So I will take a bunch of Gamorrean guards, which, if you don't know what those are like those pig-type guards in Jabba's.
Oh, those are awful. They're so ugly. Sorry.
Well, good. I'm glad you think so, because I'm going to shove a bunch of them at the Rancor, because we know the Rancor likes to eat one of them in the movie. So he's going to eat, like, I say after a few of those Gamorrean guards he eats, because they're pretty fat, that he'll be pretty, I think he'll be sated. He'll be pretty, like, full and bloated at that point. And kind of like after you eat a lot of turkey at Thanksgiving dinner, you just want to take a nap, I think he'll just fall asleep after he eats all those guards, and then I'll just get on out of there and escape.
I love how your secret weapon is just feed them food.
Yeah.
That is perfect. I I was trying to think of a monster like outside the box, and so I'm gonna go with Jafar from Aladdin, because he's like a really evil dude that turns into that crazy monster genie, and so like we know, well, every week I talk about really loving unicorns, so what I was thinking to defeat him is I would be on top of a unicorn and we would be shooting out like a rainbow from the horn, and it would basically make Jafar so happy and excited and lovely because he's wrapped in a rainbow that he doesn't want to do anything evil ever again. And he's defeated.
Perfect Nicole answer.
That's like stereotypical. I feel like we need to cut that and put it into like the highlight reel or something.
Well, I was actually thought of something that was like a little bit more gruesome, and I was like, nah, that's just a little bit too much. So we'll just do that. But enough about what I would do. Let's talk about how Matt would defeat a monster.
Okay, so I was thinking about this a lot this week, and I got hung up on a couple of things. So I was like, because I was like, well, am I killing a monster like Thunderdome style? Like me and a monster, and one of us leaves this thing? Because if that's the case, I'd want to fight like a zombie and have some kind of warhammer, because that way the more zombies that come in, I could just keep going and hopefully get a little bit of a distance with it and figure it out. If it's open to interpretation, then I would love to be in like a Jaeger, like a Voltron type thing, and take on some kind of giant Lovecraftian tentacle monster and just beat the shit out of it.
That is so Archer.
Yeah.
Free to fight in a robot war.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Okay, so let's go over to Marissa. What about you?
I went back to my childhood for this one, and that the creature that scared me the most when I was a kid was this episode of The X-Files where this creepy thing that kind of looked like a man would come up through the toilets. Right?
Oh yeah.
Creepy.
Creepy.
So
Creepy.
I was scared of going to the bathroom for probably 5 years. You know.
I hear you, my friend. Same deal. Scars.
Yeah.
So if I could go back and kill my childhood monster, I would attack it with some bleach and a Brillo. And I would just scrub him out of my life.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Amazing.
That's perfect. That's so good. Okay, Andy, what about you?
Well, I felt I should connect it to our movie in some way, so I went with Bigfoot. Yeah, I went with Bigfoot. I said, hey, there's a monster, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's peaceful.
And
Yeah.
I know, well,
Animal.
maybe
Like the
I
children
just
of
want
the forest.
Yeah, but maybe I just want to capture him. So I'm thinking to myself, remember that guy like a few years ago? That guy a few years ago who claimed that he captured Bigfoot by like having like Walmart pork chops and like tying him to a tree? I don't know if you remember this, but this guy said he captured Bigfoot. So I figured I could just upgrade.
Refrigerator.
Exactly. So I figured I could just upgrade a little bit, and I could go to like Costco pork chops, or maybe like just get like one level higher. Go to Costco, buy a huge thing of pork chops, and then just put them around. Or even like we could go like steaks if you want to get expensive. And you go, which is probably worth it for Bigfoot. But anyways, you go. I guess. Anyways, you get them. You put him like in a tree. And you just get like the net up in the tree, and then he walks in the tree. Net goes up the tree. There you go. You got Bigfoot. So that's my answer.
Nice.
Pork chops,
Nice.
Very well
steaks.
planned out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, folks. If you're watching live on Twitter, thank you very much. At Super Geeked Up, hashtag SGU is what to tweet in. Amy Hoff tweets in, I love so many different kinds of monsters. I have a degree in it.
Yes,
she
she
does.
does.
He does.
Nice.
He does.
Monster PhD.
Does.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And
We
he
also had a
absolutely
bunch of...
That sounds like a movie title. Monster
Yeah,
PhD.
right?
He did.
Well, she
That is a
actually
good title.
has a show kind of like that, where it's like a police station full of monsters. Like they're detectives and stuff, but they're actually like monsters and mythical creatures. And it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Caledonia.
The monsters are detectives?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
There you go. One person sold.
And you're not the only one who had a Bigfoot answer, Andy. Carlos Ramirez on Facebook also says Bigfoot with X-ray eyes, meaning Superman's heat vision. That's how he.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Go Carlos.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Hardcore.
What other answers did we have earlier?
Also on Twitter from Alexander Martin, which I laughed. I think Jeff, you were laughing at this too. A Twilight vampire by calling Buffy.
I love that favorite.
And on Twitter from Wasted the Show, Godzilla with a super Sho Ryuken. I don't know what that is.
From a Street Fighter.
Thank
Show
you.
Ryuken.
And
Ryuken.
Nerdcrafter Amanda, I would take on the Cuckoos from the Land of Oz and defeat them by leaving the area where they're going ballistic in. I'm assuming LOZ is Land of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Practical defense. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you guys for sending those in on Facebook and Twitter. So we just heard a little bit from our guests, their answers about monsters, but hey, Nicole, let's meet them a little more officially.
Yeah, let's meet our guests from the movie Love in the Time of Monsters. I want to introduce you first to Marissa Skell, who plays Carla. How's
And
it
this is
going?
my little handy dandy zombie squirrel.
Aw, nice.
Oh.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And so next I will introduce you to Matt Jackson, the director.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And last but certainly not least, we have Andy Gunn, the producer.
Hello, out there.
Hello. Hello. So I want to kick it back over to Matt, and then all of you guys can kind of chime in as well. But tell us a little bit about the movie, where people can watch it, all that kind of stuff.
Sure, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Yeah. So, Love in the Time of Monsters is it's a throwback 80s style horror comedy. I was gonna say a monster movie, which it also is. Sorry, my brain is all like bzz, bzz, bzz. I'm thinking about monsters to beat up, so I'm not focused on the movie that I made. But it's an old school, big fun 80s style horror comedy about two sisters, Marla and Carla, who are headed to a roadside attraction in Northern California to surprise one of their fiancés. While they're there, the fiancé falls into a vat of toxic waste with his buddies, like you do. While they're dressed in their costume Bigfoot performers. So they're wearing their bad Bigfoot suits. They fall into a vat of toxic waste. They come out and they mutate into terrible monsters, still wearing these terrible Bigfoot suits.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, can I clarify for you what they're monsters that are wearing Bigfoot suits? So underneath the Bigfoot suits, they're monsters now.
Right. So like
cool.
they fall in.
Very meta.
Very meta. Cool.
And so now these maniac mascots are attacking the lodge, and the girls are forced inside the lodge and have to team up with the wacky cast at Uncle Slavko's All-American Family Lodge, and fight off the monsters while saving the one that they love.
Oh,
it's great.
My
it's
gosh.
Great, big fun. It's large and in charge, and it's a whole lot of fun if you're into fun movies.
Awesome.
And it's currently available almost anywhere you want to watch movies. It's on iTunes. It's on Amazon. It's on Vudu. It's on those other ones that I don't know what they are. And also, if you're a dinosaur like me, you can get a DVD on Amazon.com, BestBuy.com, and BarnesandNoble.com.
Nice! Yay!
Yeah. With a bunch of special features, right?
Yeah, loaded with special features. Because I'm a big believer in good DVDs. I'm a big believer in owning my media, which is what makes me a dinosaur. But on the DVD, you'll find behind-the-scenes videos that were shot while we were shooting. You'll find full-length commentary with Andy, the writer, Mike, and myself. And the blooper reel and deleted scenes.
Oh my gosh, this just keeps getting better and better. I'm so excited. I gotta find a copy now. Maybe I could get it for a Christmas gift. That'd be amazing.
Oh yeah, Christmas gifts for everyone.
Yeah, perfect.
Fun. Yeah, fun for the whole family.
Fun for most of the family. Yeah.
Yeah, most.
Nice. And then Marissa, can you tell us a little bit about your character?
Yes, so I play Carla, and I am the sister who loses her fiancé in the big vat of bubbling goo. And then, it's meant for love in that she fights to get him back. And I think there's a lot of fun scenes in this movie, and to me, one of the things I always love when I go back and rewatch it is how it feels like every character has their own special power. And Carla's special power is definitely this ability that she will fight for the ones that she loves no matter what, and she will not give up hope, and she will fuel others to fight with her. So getting to play that character was a lot of fun in that I got to rally the troops.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love it. And then Andy, I'd love to hear from you what it was like producing this crazy thing, because you probably had to create the amusement park, right?
Well, we got lucky.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say we got lucky because we found a lodge. Actually, Mike did, the writer. He was driving through Northern California and he actually found this place called the Patrick Creek Lodge, which basically was the lodge that he'd written. It's kind of like it just appeared. He was driving along the road and it's like, oh, there's this lodge. It's been there for 100 years and it's haunted, for gosh sakes. And anyway, so we just turned that into Uncle Slavko's All-American Family Lodge. It actually exists right there in Northern California, just before you get to Oregon, on the highway out of Crescent City. So it was pretty amazing.
Movie tours now, where you can go and walk the lodge as the movie tour of Love and the Time.
Seriously?
My favorite. Yeah, well, they have a kind of a I don't know, like a homage to the film.
Shrine.
Yeah, shrine. I guess shrine's the right word.
That's
shrine
awesome.
of the film. And we went back up there, and they took they had like an eyeball and all these things, these random things we kind of had from the movie there. And the best part is they went, like, after we left, they were cleaning up around, because of course we kind of, messed things up a little bit, just a little. And they were cleaning up, and they found, they're like, oh man, there's a dead squirrel in the bushes. and they went and they like got the arm and they grabbed the squirrel, and it turns out it was one of our fake squirrels, which actually I think Marissa had there earlier. But so they actually have that in the case as well. They have like a squirrel and all these things, and that's part of the movie too. Is the toxic waste, does affect not just the guys; it affects other things as well. So you get a lot of fun surprises. That's a fun thing for me about the movie. Is when I read the script originally, was that Mike just kept putting in, like, he kind of keeps topping himself as he goes. So just when you think you kind of have a handle on what's going on, something else comes, and then something else comes, and then something else comes, and it just kind of keeps growing that way, which is, I think, a lot of fun. So
that is so cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You know what else is cool? You have a certain awesome actor, and besides the awesome actor of Marissa, who's here, another awesome actor in Doug Jones in the film, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's funny how many web series we've had on that Doug Jones has been in, or independent films that he's been in that have been guests on our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doug is the best. Doug is the nicest person you'll ever meet, and never forgets a face. It is amazing to be with that man when he sees other fans or he's working. He is always the nicest person in the room. He's so
I
great.
would argue that he's topped Kevin Bacon in the 6 Degrees game, because I don't know anybody that hasn't either met and loved Doug Jones or knows somebody who's met and loved Doug Jones.
Yeah.
And probably been hugged by him as well.
And probably
and loved
rubbed on
him.
the head by him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cheeks.
Yeah, that sounds about the experience that my friend and I had. Same kind of thing, hugs.
Yeah.
Handshakes.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's funny when we approached Doug, because we sent him the script. We really wanted Doug in the movie because it was like, we're gonna make this thing, and our casting director Doug Clayton had knew him personally, and we're like, maybe we can get Doug in the movie. And so we asked him, and he saw the idea of this movie, that it was kids in a cabin being attacked by Bigfoot, and he's like, oh, let me guess, I'm playing Bigfoot. And he turned the page and saw that he wasn't playing Bigfoot, he was actually playing the guy that saved everybody, a doctor dressed as Abraham Lincoln. And he was like, oh, I am in. Whatever you guys want, I'm super in. And I loved it.
That is so cool. That is amazing.
And tell people the website where they can get more information again.
The best. Oh.
No, do it.
Okay.
No, do.
The best place to go is just go to TBC Films, which is like Tom, Bob, Charlie, films.com, and there we have all the places you can see the film. It's got trailers, it's got reviews, and just all sorts of goodies. But it also has a really nice page where we have a blog that we've been running. We've been running this blog since I think 2 or 3 years before we even shot the film. So we have this blog. Basically, you can go back to the archive and just learn all about our travails of filmmaking over the past forever, it feels like. And anyways, also there is a good place to get all the places you can see the film and watch the film. And that's tbcfilms.com.
I would like to add on where the TBC comes from for all the beard aficionados out there. It is a 3Beard company, I believe.
Tri-Beard?
Tri-Beard.
Classy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten rid of this thing. I said I was going to shave it off when we finished the movie, but I never did.
You can't.
No.
Another really good place to find out about the movie is on Facebook at facebook.com/loveinthetime-of-monsters, or Twitter at Uncle Slavko, which I think is on my band right there.
Yes, lower thirds. You got it.
So, the lower third. Anyways,
All right.
yeah.
Check all those out, guys. On Twitter, so before we were doing the Geek Tweet question, so Chris Hadley at FilmWriter4 tweeted in, idea for a series would be Monster Piece Theater, a show that features high-class dramas and comedies about monsters. I like that idea.
Yeah, I
love that idea.
So like Downton Abbey, but monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then at Maria Duran tweeted in, oh wow, I just remembered Creature Feature. I used to watch from behind the couch while my folks watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
sneaky.
My husband loved
just
that. That's one of his best childhood memories, is watching the Creature Features on Saturday. Favorite thing ever.
That's kind of what we were going for, I think, too. Here with this film was definitely that style, the creature feature, just with a little spin on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so folks, check out Love in the Time of Monsters. We got plenty of show still to come. We're going to do a couple geeky games, 1 true pairing, and 3-second movies. We also have tons of geeky news, Game of Thrones, Batman, Superman, another trailer, Into the Badlands, and will Spider-Man be in Civil War? Ooh, maybe you'll find out later tonight on the show. All right, but first we're going to take a quick commercial break. If you're watching the recorded version, we'll see you back in a second.
Welcome back from commercial break. I don't know what that was, but I just
Like a karate thing?
yeah, I was kind of thinking like Xena, but it didn't really work that
Oh,
way.
Xena.
I saw you like sort of building up to it. It was awesome. That was
You're
great.
like, what is she doing? I'm sorry. I don't know. That's
Oh,
all
yeah,
I
you're
can think of.
like throwing the chakra. After you
Yeah.
Oh, I'm embarrassed. Okay. Sorry. Continue.
It was awesome. It was great.
We committed to it. We enjoy it.
Committed. Yes, it's true.
All right, it's time for our first game of the night. It is called One True Pairing. Thanks to our friends at Defective Geeks for coming up with this game, letting us use it. So what we're going to do is I have chosen a couple of universes. Like, this is not one we're going to do, but in the past we've done the Disney universe, for example. And these guys are going to have to each pick a character from that universe. After they do that, I will then reveal my chosen character from that universe. And then each person has to argue why their character would make the best romantic pairing or the one true pairing with my character. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. So we're going to kick things off, of course, because it's, holy shit, only a couple weeks away now. Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's very soon.
10 days away.
Less than 10 days away.
Oh, my God.
8 days away.
So, and by the way, folks, next week we're actually doing our Star Wars extravaganza show, which will be the day before Star Wars The Force Awakens opens.
Oh,
so
man.
don't miss that, and that's going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, so here's the Star Wars universe. So each of you will pick a character from the Star Wars universe, then I will reveal my character. So let us start with Andy. Who would you like to choose from the Star Wars universe?
Okay, I'm going a little off the reservation here, but I think I'm going to pick Jabba the Hutt.
Nice.
As my
I
character.
like
Oh,
that.
all right.
Right.
Sexiest Star Wars character you can pick.
You know what's cool? I think we did Star Wars one other time, and I think Jabba was who I chose, actually. So good choice.
Oh, wow, there you go. Great minds think alike.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Marissa, who is your character?
You know, I gotta go with the best. I gotta go with Yoda. I just feel like it's a safe draw there.
Yeah, absolutely. Very
All
cool.
right. We got Jabba, we got Yoda. We're going to Matt now with his choice.
I am going pure military. We're going with Admiral Akbar.
Oh, nice.
Of
course.
Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
the worst general in Rebel Alliance history.
Hey, they won
Worst
that.
meaning
Wasn't that
best.
battle, man?
And just because he doesn't have a military mind doesn't mean he's not a good lover. Come on.
That's what I mean.
You
Like
never
he's a
know.
lover, not a
Maybe
fighter.
that his mind is in other places.
Yeah.
All right. So, Nicole, who is your choice from Star Wars?
I gotta go with R2D2.
Damn you, Nicole!
I was like,
Oh.
someone better not pick R2D2. I'm sorry.
Oh
sorry.
crap! I had to think of somebody else.
So now we need a backup choice.
Whoa.
Sorry, Tanya.
I'm gonna go for an Ewok, just a general Ewok.
Okay. Just an Ewok.
Just an Ewok. You went
All
Lomax or whatever his name is, or
Sure,
well,
head
my-
Ewok.
My favorite is Wicked. He was actually on my list, which I will not use him now, of course.
Oh, he was a cute little friendly one, wasn't
He was the one that Princess Leia befriended.
he? Yeah. Okay, that one. Wiccans? Wiccans?
No, oh no.
Wicked.
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 I just call them Ewoks because they're
My favorite.
adorable.
All right, Wicket the Ewok. Okay, so let's see. I will now choose. I have a whole bunch of lists here, but I think I will go with Boba Fett.
Nice.
nice.
Yes.
So you need to both all argue why your characters are the best romantic pairing with Boba Fett.
Yes.
So let's we'll go back to Andy. Andy, with
Yeah, I got this. Okay.
Jabba and
So
Boba.
So check this out. What's the best place to meet your future partner? I would say it's at work. Okay. So clearly, Jabba the Hutt, Boba Fett work together. In some ways, Jabba's kind of his boss. So I'd say that's a good. I mean, it's you're going to move up in the world probably, and also you're going to eat well. You're going to have a lot of disposable income. I mean, it seems to me like a pretty natural. You get a lot of power. You're going to have power over a lot of people. You don't have to be a stupid bounty hunter anymore. You can actually just like boss people around, and you meet at work. I think that's to me is the perfect pairing.
And if you're going to spend your life in the Sarlacc pit, you don't have to move.
That's true. That's true. Good point.
Cool. And their names are kind of similar. Boba, Jabba. I don't know. They both end in A.
Yeah.
I
see little hearts around them.
Fett Hut. The
They
Fett
already
Hut
have
wedding.
like trust, right? They have a trust already since they work together.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a Fett Hut wedding. Or Hut Fett wedding.
Hut Fett.
Hut Fett.
Aw,
Hashtag Hut Fett
like
wedding.
Brangelina.
Sounds
right.
like something that you don't want to see on your body. Hut fat.
So let's go to Marissa and why Yoda would make a good pairing with Boba Fett.
So I would challenge you, Andy, and say that part of the reason why I believe Yoda would be a good pair for Boba is that you will be getting him to see beyond the limits that Jabba has put there, like you're better than that, and I believe in you, and I see the Force in you, and I think that is the kind of material that Yoda brings to the table, and that he will make you believe in yourself and follow your true dreams, and maybe they want to travel. And Yoda's a traveling man. Long walks on swamp beaches. And just imagine what the Force could do in the bedroom. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some coercion on Yoda's part to get into a relationship, but I'm not. I just want to throw that out there.
It might be a little manipulative, but I think he'd enjoy it. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. It was very inspirational. I like that.
Yeah.
So let's go over to Matt now and Admiral Akbar.
Well, okay. So, obviously, Boba Fett comes from a broken family, right? Lost his dad when he was really young, and he's just a sad, broken guy. He wants a strong father figure in his life. And what's a stronger father figure than an admiral? Admiral Akbar shows up. He's caring, he's militaristic, he can give Boba Fett the structure he needs in his life, and really be that force of good. And because all good relationships are a two-way street, Boba Fett could teach Admiral Akbar not to cut and run when the going gets tough. Boba Fett hangs tough, and that's what Akbar needs to learn.
I don't know.
I feel like
I don't know.
Boba Fett's like a member of like New Kids on the Block for a second.
I don't know. It sounds like a trap to me. I don't know.
Oh, I was waiting.
No, Andy,
Thank you.
there's no way Boba Fett can. There's no way Boba Fett's heart can deflect love of this magnitude. Yeah.
We're here all week, folks. We're here all week. Much.
To
I've been
back
back
you,
on Star Wars all day, so sorry.
to back you up, Matt, Amy Hoff tweeted in a picture from Glasgow of a restaurant called Akbar's.
Nice.
All right.
There you go.
Eat there, but they have great calamari.
I knew it.
Yeah.
All right, Nicole, R2D2, and Boba Fett.
Yeah, this is okay. So here's the thing. First of all, I think Boba Fett is a smart man, and he wants to be with someone smart. R2D2 is really smart and sassy, so it's definitely going to add a little bit of flavor to the relationship. R2D2 is super adventurous, and I think, Boba Fett's going to need a vacation every now and then, and he's going to want to take an adventure, and R2D2 is the perfect adventurous companion. And also, so I think Boba Fett doesn't really get enough credit, and I think maybe some people, he's kind of like, he just doesn't get enough credit for what he does and who he is, and I think R2D2 is the same way, and they can really relate to each other like that. Like, they're both kind of like an unsung hero. And first of all, R2D2 is cute, and he's portable, and he's like a portable charging station. So if some of like the technological gadgets that Boba Fett has, if he's like out, in the desert or wherever he is, and he's like, oh my gosh, like losing battery, he can just charge it because R2D2 can charge it wherever he's going. And let's see, if they make the perfect team because like R2D2 can hack into things for him. And if like maybe Boba Fett has like some sort of like car pod racer or something and it breaks down, R2D2 can like be right there to fix it. He can be fixing it while they're going somewhere. Like they don't even have to stop. He can just fix it. But I think all around he's like the handyman. He's like an adventurous companion. He's cute. I think they just make a perfect pair.
All right, yeah, he could fix Slave One. That's Boba's ship.
Yep, there you go. That's exactly.
I gotta say, where are all the little R2D2 phone chargers? Because I would want one.
It's a very good idea. That's a good point, actually.
All right, and then one more. We have Wicket the Ewok and Boba Fett.
All right, so based on my few seconds of Googling...
Cheater!
What? I had to change my character. So, Wicket, I mean, to go along the cute line, you can't get any cuter than Ewoks. They're adorable, and they're lovely. And I think Boba Fett, just given his career as a bounty hunter, he has to have a very harsh... persona. He has to be very, very, in control of himself because of what he has to do for a job, and that's hard. So sometimes you just really need to come home to something cuddly and lovely and just to sort of like take that edge off. And I think having an Ewok at home would be an excellent option for him. Second of all, he's a very strong, silent type, and Ewoks make a lot of noise. So I think they would sort of complement each other. I think Wicket would talk a lot, and then I think that Boba Fett would just be like, yes, yes. Aside from that, we also know that Ewoks have a thing for shiny metal things, and Boba Fett's armor is shiny and metal, and I have a feeling that Wicket may think he's like a god, and that just might like make that whole relationship. There's this lovely little like putting each other on pedestals for their cuteness and fluffiness, but also shiny metal. That's my argument.
They did worship they worship our C-3PO as a god. That happened, so that's
exactly.
true.
Yeah.
Shiny metal.
I wonder would they sell lint rollers in the Star Wars universe?
I don't know.
You're gonna need a lot of those.
I'm sure there's a gift store somewhere in the Death Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They shape like R2D2.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so I will now make a decision who made the best argument. Of course, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to tweet in who you think was the best one. We always love hearing from you. @SuperGeekedUp, #SGU. So let's see here. They're all very good arguments, very creative. I like them a lot.
Money, power.
All right. I got
Two-way street. All right.
All right. So, but I'm gonna have to give it to Marissa and Yoda.
Just a softie.
That's
Really
it.
Oh, yeah, no, you know what? I actually like that
Trick.
she went with the nice inspirational. I like the swampy beach thing too. That was
The
a good,
smoky beach is awesome.
yeah.
I know a way into a man's heart. And actually, it's pretty apropos that it's in Love and the Time of Monsters too, but there's lots of swamps there also, guys.
There you go.
Right.
Nice.
All the more reason.
Good. You can check out some swampy beaches in that movie.
Oh yeah, it's super romantic, guys.
Can I just say that it's a great date movie for real? I'm telling you, it's a great date movie. Take your
I'm
date.
excited. Yeah.
Or Netflix and chill that or something. I don't know.
We did a whole show on
Every
that.
show it
Although
comes
we're not
back,
actually on
guys.
Netflix. We're not actually on Netflix yet.
Well, all right. Well,
No,
there you.
so-
Hopefully that'll get you on there.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more One True Pair in Universe to do, and then we're gonna do some geeky news. So now, we actually have never done this one. So Joss Whedon universes, plural, okay? So basically, I'm including Buffy, Angel, Firefly, Dollhouse. I even threw in the Avengers. I kind of want not to, but just in case people were not as familiar with some of those other shows, I threw that in as well. So you can anybody for anywhere, any of those things you can pick somebody from, all right?
Cool.
So let's go in reverse order this time to make it fair. We'll start with Tanya. Who's your choice?
All right, I'm going to surprise you guys a little bit. I'm going to go with Echo from Dollhouse.
Very good.
Yeah.
She was on my list too. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And Nicole?
I'm going from the Avengers universe, and I'm going with Scarlet Witch.
Oh, all right. And Matt?
I am gonna go Firefly, and let's go Jane.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And we're going to Marissa.
I completely just changed my mind because I did not realize that the Avengers was in there. But I'm going to go Bucky,
Oh, all right.
a.k.a. the Winter Soldier. Mostly because I just have a real boner for Sebastian Stan.
Sorry, I found that very funny for some reason. All right. Who? I'm curious though. Who was your choice before the Avengers? Before you found that out?
I actually don't watch enough Joss Whedon, so the first thing that came to mind is I actually had a friend of mine who was on Dollhouse, so I was just gonna vote for her. If you know the actress Miracle Laurie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great character.
Yes, and she was fantastic, and so I was just gonna be like, hell, I'm voting for her because I love her. But
Amazing.
now, sorry, it's Sebastian Stan.
Sorry, fan.
All right, and Andy, who is your choice?
I'm going Firefly also, and I think I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go Wash. Wash.
Nice.
Good choice.
For Firefly.
Yes.
All right. Oh, no one from Buffy. Okay.
I know. I always thought for sure Tanya.
Well, maybe I'll choose someone from Buffy.
Yeah, maybe you will.
Mm.
Before I do that, before I reveal my character, Ryan Ward on Twitter tweeted, "I just noticed the day I booked off to see Star Wars is my mom's birthday, Narts." Well, I have a solution for you, Ryan. Just take your mom to see Star Wars.
Take your
Yeah.
Just give your mom a spa day and leave her alone for 3 hours.
How could you do that to Mom?
Star Wars. It only happens once every 10 years.
Me and my mom, we're going to Star Wars. Just the two of us.
That's awesome.
That is really cool.
By the way, Kate at Trek 1000, Nicole, she voted for R2D2 for your last one true pairing. So
Yay!
Yay!
And now Chris Hadley is saying SGU and chill. I don't know what that. That would just that would just mean you can.
No,
Guys, if you're doing that, we don't want to know. Okay.
I think his chill is more literal, like he's just chilling and watching SGU. That's why I think.
Different
All right,
strokes for
there we
different
go.
folks.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, this is what set was like every day, guys.
Yeah.
Every day.
It was just lots of that's what she said jokes.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm going to reveal my character from the Joss Whedon universes. I will go Buffy, and I will say the one you have to pair with is Giles from Buffy.
Okay, yeah.
I like it.
So, so Marissa, if you need to look that up because I know you said you're not familiar.
I'm looking it up. Yep, that's the face.
Take your time. All right, so we're going to go in the same order we selected them. So we'll go to Tanya first. So this is Echo and Giles.
Okay, so Echo. Echo has the ability to become anything she is programmed to be, which is interesting because that means she could have some fun role playing, which is always fun. But on top of that, Giles is obviously a very brainy man. He loves to try and figure out mysteries, and there's a whole mystery surrounding Echo about her past life. Where did she come from? How did she get where she was? And I think he'd really, really love just to sort of get to know her and start helping her solve that mystery. Aside from that, he's really good at, this is going to sound creepy as it's already coming out of my mouth, he's really good at being, the daddy. And I think that, he would find, that maybe Echo would just need a little bit of someone just to protect her a little bit. Because, she's trying to figure out her life. It'd be great.
Okay. This is a very good argument. So before we go on here to Nicole, at Kinotu says, choose a better match this time, Andy. So I guess it's someone you know, I'm assuming.
What the heck, man? I was robbed.
And it's Chris Halley tweets in again. He meant just chill out and watch SGU.
That's what I said. I knew that's what he meant.
I know. Which is, I think you should do that every week. I agree.
That's right.
and then he can go have sex afterwards. All right, so let's see. We're going to Nicole with Scarlet Witch.
Yes. So I think there's really just like one argument for this, but we'll start again. What Tanya said, Giles is very smart, and sometimes when you're that smart and awesome, you kind of need a break from just like reality because that's all you're in it all the time, right? So I think Scarlet Witch would give him a break from reality because she could basically literally alter his reality. And she's going to alter his reality to make it so amazing that he wants to be in that reality with her all the time. So basically, yeah, she's just going to alter Giles' reality and for the better. And just give, and basically it's going to be his heart's desire. And he's just going to fall in love with Scarlet Witch. And that's that.
Very good. Very clever. Huh. I like it. Let's. All right. Let's go to Matt and Jane from Firefly.
Well, so listen, we all know that Giles is a brainy guy who wants a challenge in life, and I'm sure that having a woman that you could program into whatever you want would be interesting. I'm sure that having somebody who could warp your whole perception would be fun. But what Giles really wants is a challenge, and who is more challenging than Jane? Someone who comes in kind of dumb, really on the surface, but if you look just a little deeper, you can see the softy that's underneath. I mean, Jane is the hero of a town on some planet I can't remember, but he's a hero for deeds that he did. Like, he has a good heart. There's something there to nurture and to bring up and to watch over and nurture into a bigger hero like he does with Buffy. And finally he could find love with somebody that really gets what he's going for. And it would work both ways. The Giles, I'm sure, could learn a lot about guns or some bullshit from Jane.
All right.
Yeah.
That's very good. Ryan Ward, by the way, says he's waiting for a Taster's Choice commercial reference. But, we did like a Hope thing on that one time about because Anthony Stewart had to play Giles was of course in those famous Taster's Choice commercials. All right. Anyway, we're gonna go to Marissa. Have you done enough research? Or are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'll go out on a limb. I know I just met the guy, but I feel like I already really know him. And I mean, from just on the surface level here, obviously he's the mentor, and he's there to like repurpose these troubled youths and help them find like a way to kick ass for good. And I think obviously that is what the Winter Soldier needs. He starts out as Bucky, like really good guy, and all this horrible stuff happens to him, and he just needs to be set straight. But what I also found to be perhaps more enlightening is, according to IMDb trivia, there is a photo of a young Rupert Giles holding a bass guitar, which the production crew faked by superimposing his head onto a photo of Sid Vicious. So to me, this means that his secret dream is to be a rock star, and who would be a hotter rock star than Sebastian Stan? So they could like form like a UK punk rock band and just ride off into the sunset together.
That's some twisted logic there, but I think it's not bad actually.
Yeah.
Not bad.
All right, so we got what?
Top
Andy
that.
Top that, Andy.
Okay.
With Watch from Firefly.
So Giles is used to watching, Slayers and things, and just trying to, keep track of them, can help him out, be a father figure. I think he needs a break from that. I think when he comes home from work, from watching, he needs to just chill out and be with someone that's nice and loyal and can fly anywhere. They can fly, they can travel, whatever they need to do. So Watch is great for that. And really, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar. Watch is in. Watch is there. It's in there. So, I mean, that's done. Case closed. Case closed. Beat it. That's it. I got nothing else. But it's
no.
Watch how I soar.
Okay, so again, please feel free to tweet in folks who you thought was the best pairing there.
Wash will break your heart.
Wash, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to get into all that, but
All
it's
right.
not his fault.
So I almost wanted to give it to Marissa again because the thing out of with the rock band was just out of left field and awesome. But I think this time I will give it to Nicole and Scarlet Witch.
Oh,
Nice.
Because
yeah.
I really like that, reality thing. I actually, I think that was very clever and inventive, and I think Giles could really use that a lot of times, to be honest with you.
Yay!
He would like
Mental
I
Leaf
will
on the
say
wind,
I
Jack.
wanted for Jane's argument that they both had things for accessories. So Giles and his glasses and Jane and his hat. But I didn't want to say it during the. I was like, ah.
Although Kate at Trekkie 1000 says she thinks Tanya or Andy got this one. So there you go, guys. Got some votes for you.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Leaf on the wind.
So sad.
That's me, my new pickup line of bars. See how that works.
We have we're gonna do one more game coming up later in the show, guys. Called 3 Second Movies. We're gonna test our trivia knowledge and our ability to do it in only 3 seconds. But first, we got plenty of geeky news. So we'll throw things over to Nicole.
Yeah, well, first, I want to start with, for a while, there's been rumors about how Spider-Man is going to be worked into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's been speculated that he's going to be in Civil War, but it hasn't been confirmed until now, when Robert Downey Jr. basically just confirms that, yes, Spider-Man is in the movie, and I'm pretty sure that nobody was actually supposed to say anything, but it's Robert Downey Jr., and I don't think he really cares. So he basically confirmed it, which is great. And then also, so did Marissa's love, Sebastian, inadvertently, because he basically was like, Tom Holland, who was confirmed to be the new Spider-Man anyway. And so Sebastian was like, yeah, he's on set. I don't know what character he plays. So it's like, well, they're not going to make Tom Holland like some random character in Civil War.
Strange. Yeah, that's the strangest thing to say ever, by the way. I don't know who he's playing on set.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's he playing? The Green Goblin now? Like,
You have a call sheet. Look at the call sheet.
But so basically, it's confirmed, and I think like we all figured he would somehow make an appearance, but obviously they're not telling us like how big of how big of a character and how big in the story he is. So that's definitely still a mystery. But he will be making an appearance.
it's kind of a bummer though, assuming this is all true and Downey's not just playing some weird games.
That's
But
true. He could be. Yeah.
it would have been really awesome if they actually were somehow able to keep it all on the down low, and it was just a huge shock to everybody. Like I would have loved to just be watching it and then just be like, "Holy shit, it's Spider-Man!"
Yeah.
I just had no idea.
Well, I have to wonder how much of it's like a planned leak. You know what I mean? Like it feels like that Marvel and Disney have such like crazy control over like what they say and what they release. That I don't imagine someone who has so much experience in the industry being like, oh hey, guess what? Here's a huge spoil. Like I feel that to me it just felt like it was like a planned.
Yeah,
I always thought it was. I always thought it was.
Go ahead, Matt.
I thought it was public knowledge, which is weird. I saw the article and I was like, oh right, because they announced that Spider-Man was going to be in the MCU, and they announced that Tom Holland was going to be Spider-Man, but I guess I just assumed he was going to show up in Civil War because that's what all the speculation was, and I never realized that it wasn't actually confirmed.
I kind of
Maybe neither did Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he thought it had already been confirmed too. He's like, oh, oops.
Yeah, that's
sorry.
true.
I'm sure that would be his argument.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there was something, like someone reported that they spotted Tom Holland on set wearing a Spider-Man costume, and again, people were speculating he could still be trying to mess with like press outlets, and you know what I mean. So maybe he really isn't, but I guess according to Robert Downey Jr., he is.
Well,
We're going to
actually,
start seeing him in different costumes, just going to the grocery store now.
what's crazy, by the way, so there's a Spider-Man reference in Ant-Man, which I assume you all have seen.
I actually have not.
Why not?
What?
Is that
it?
Oh,
You should see it. It's
so
not-
good.
Came out yesterday on the DVD and the Blu-ray. You should totally go see it.
All
It's
right.
great.
Here we go.
However, fun fact, the scene in which that happens features one of our actors, Danny Vasquez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny.
Yeah, that was there was a surprise that shook me off my seat when I saw the movie in July. I was like, wait, hold on. I know that guy. Great.
That is great.
And I
Very
totally
cool.
forgot what else happened in the movie. It was so good.
Nice.
So that's what we
sorry,
really
who-
want to know. Is Danny coming back?
Yeah.
It was a crazy weekend because that's the same weekend the Trainwreck came out.
Yeah.
And so it was like Trainwreck in the on the marquee of the movie theater in the movie, our title, Love in the Time of Monsters, is on it. And
What?
and that same weekend, Ant-Man comes out, and Danny's in it, and we're like, holy crap, we've taken over the multiplex. We're everywhere. It was amazing. Yeah, we had a friend at the clearance department at Universal, and he emailed me and was like, I love your movie. We're looking for great titles to put on this marquee in Trainwreck, and this was like 9 months or a year before the movie came out. And so we sent him a poster, and we gave him the okay to use the title, and sure enough, there it was.
So
So
cool.
it was pretty awesome.
That is
That's
so
awesome.
neat.
Yeah. Also, can I throw out mindless speculation?
Yes.
So, I really want when Spider-Man shows up in Civil War now officially, I really want him to be wearing a mock-up of the '90s Scarlet Spider costume, like a red bodysuit with the white eyes and the hoodie with the ripped-off sleeves. It is so perfect for a proto Spider-Man costume. I really want to see it on screen. That's what I'm waiting for when it premieres.
I don't think they're going to do that, but that would be cool.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we will. No, hey, I'm
We'll see who's right.
Yeah. I'd be fine with that. Cool.
I wonder,
That's a
you
good
know how
idea.
they have like in Vegas they'll do bets about the Super Bowl halftime show, whether they're gonna wear a certain outfit or open with a certain
prop
song.
bets.
Are they
Yeah.
gonna start doing prop bets now for this? And they're gonna be like, what's Spider-Man gonna wear when he shows up?
Oh man, I
What
am
would you say
into those
that
prop
would-
bets.
Yeah.
What would you take, Matt? Would you take 15 to 1?
What,
15 to 1. He wears that costume.
Yeah, I would take that bet. Yeah, but yes.
Would you take
Heck yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Am I paying out 15, or am I
No,
getting
you're paying
15?
$1. You're paying $1 to
Yeah.
win 15.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, I would take that bet.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good
we're
bet.
coming,
Yeah.
Vegas.
SU has now become a gambling hub for geeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out, FanDuel.
We have like a weird, like a geekdom fantasy
Oh,
thing stretching across
geekdom.
different things.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's a new segment you guys should start.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah,
You know?
you
There you go.
Dual Mercy. That's a great name. You're right. Maria Derwin, by the way, agrees with you, Matt. She says, "What? You haven't seen Ant-Man? This is a must-see it. Do it."
Yeah, you totally should.
Jeff, I feel like we've let everyone down by not seeing it yet.
It's really good though. It's so
And then this is kind of cool. So Chris Hadley tweeted out a tweet and mentioned us. He says, "Since you mentioned Firefly, has anyone here watched Con Man series on Vimeo with Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk?" And the Con Man series actually favorited that tweet, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, nice. And
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I've been wanting to see it, so that's
I
really
haven't
cool.
had chance yet.
The trailer made me laugh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't seen the show yet.
I like both those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. I think is Jeff frozen?
Oh no.
Oh,
That's what
no.
happens when you don't watch Ant-Man.
That is what
I
happens when you don't
know,
watch Ant-Man.
Exactly. Oh man. Okay. Well, actually, there is something that. Oh, Jeffrey back? Okay.
Jeff back?
Well,
I thought I was frozen.
He's turned into a robot. He's been eaten by the
robot.
Matrix.
No.
Oh
Well, while Jeff is kind of coming back from the Matrix in a second, I wanted to just take a moment and talk about something as cool as Matrix. It's our Patreon page. So if you go to patreon.com/supergeekedup, you can see this crazy video of Tanya, Jeff, and I just being super silly, and Tanya wrote this amazing geeky script for us, and any support you guys can give, even just watching the video or sharing the link, would be so helpful and so awesome, because we definitely want to upgrade Super Geeked Up and fix these technological issues. Just amazing for you guys. So.
We're not having any tech issues. What are you talking
Sorry.
about?
I lied.
Cracker Jack.
Yeah, Jeff is back.
All right.
Thank
Yeah,
you guys supporting us on Patreon. Woohoo!
You're back. You're back. I
I'm back,
froze too,
okay.
Jeff.
Awesome. Good. All right, so we're back. That's Patreon. Thank you, Nicole. We're going to continue geeky news with some Game of Thrones news.
So I'm going to start talking about Game of Thrones. First, I'm going to pull a Chris Hardwick, and I am going to say, if you do not know what happens in Game of Thrones at the end of Season 5, this is your spoiler alert.
I don't know what happens anywhere, but I'll give it.
3, 2, 1. Plug your ears if you haven't already and you don't want to know. So, at the end of Season 5, Jon Snow goes.
Yeah, we see that. Yeah.
Yes,
at the end of the book, and I remember being like, "What? No!" And so all summer long, everyone's been freaking out over Jon Snow.
Everybody's been looking at his hair.
Yeah, is he near set? Has he changed his hair yet? Blah blah blah. So they've released the season 6 teaser trailer, and of course they open with this lovely gradual shot of Kit Harington as Jon Snow, and we start seeing a little bit more that maybe he isn't there, because he's definitely in the teaser trailer, so he could be coming back. But the interesting thing is we also see Bran for the first time. I guess we didn't see him at all through season 5, so it's very interesting that we start seeing him, and it really starts to build towards like what is lying beyond the wall, and they're really hinting like, guys, we're up shit creek. So, anyone else excited? Season 6, Game of Thrones?
Oh, I'm really excited, but I purposely do not want to watch the trailer because I don't want to know. I don't want any sort of inclination as to like what's going on. I'm just.
Wait, did the trailer have any new scenes? Because to
No.
me, no. I mean, that was my boyfriend and I sat down. And we're so excited to see this trailer, and we're like, "What's coming up?" And then they basically were like, "You know nothing, Jon Snow," and played all these clips saying they're not going to hint at anything coming up.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter whether I watch it or not because obviously I've already seen it. That's awesome.
I was just so bummed out by the end of the last season. The whole last pretty much the last episode just kind of bummed me out. And so, unlike the prior season, which was like the best hour of television ever, basically, the finale of season 4 was so good, and then the last season just kind of bummed me out. So I was like, well, I'm just going to come back in season 6, and I know they've got a plan because man, that was a serious bummer. So. But yeah,
apparently
I'm excited.
News we had like in previous episodes is that there was been like reports that is it Harrington who plays Jon Snow that they actually like saw him in the vicinity of where they were filming. So it's speculated that he will be back in season 6 unless he's just messing with everybody and just going to set to see everybody.
Well, they should like have one of those, like Santa Tracker. They have that like website where you can track Santa. They should have. Yeah, they should have a Kit Tracker. Yeah, Kit Tracker. Where's Kit Harington?
Like ever since the finale of season 5, like he's been. I mean, he's always followed around by paparazzi, but like commenting on did he cut his hair? He was at Wimbledon. He didn't cut his hair, so he must be coming back. Like it's been. People are obsessing over this, and to be honest, at this point, they've caught up to the books. So like anyone, because I haven't watched a lot of the show, I've only read the books, and now I'm like, I need to start watching the show because you surpassed a lot of what's in the books.
I can't wait. I personally can't wait to lord over the fact that now no one knows what's going to happen. It's like for 5 seasons, I read the first 2 books, but then I stopped, and I've just been enjoying the show kind of as it's happened. But all my nerdy book friends are just like, well, in book, 4, and I'm just like, you know what? Eat it. We all don't know anything now, so I'm very excited about that.
I love how that's how your friends talk, by the way, too.
Not all book readers are bad people. Okay.
I know. Yeah, come on, just read all the books. Come on.
Well, I have this one friend who just constantly complains about how the show is less complicated than the book, and I'm like, the book is 1,000 pages long. 1,000 pages. You can get a little more detail in there, I think. But anyways, whatever. I digress.
That could be a whole other argument.
All right, so I just told Matt, yes, he's back with us now because he did not want to get any spoilers. So very good. You're safe now.
Spoilers from you nerds.
I mean, at this point, Matt, you're playing a game you can't win because the world is talking about it.
A Game of Thrones? Thank you.
So by the way, guys, we were talking about like FanDuel and stuff like that earlier. So Ryan Ward just tweeted in some interesting stuff that apparently they've started a like fantasy movie thing where you pick 8 movies for your own fantasy Cineplex each week, and I guess and you see how the box office does. That's interesting.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a lot better than. Cause I don't want to play fantasy football, but that would be interesting. I might play that.
Well, like Krampus would have been like, you got a lot of points for Krampus, and people probably wouldn't think that would have been like a big hit, but it did well.
Yeah.
You know, sleeper pick.
There you go. Oh, nice. All right, I'm gonna have to check this out. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for tweeting that in.
It's amazing. Send
All
them
right.
if you haven't.
So we've done a little Spider-Man, Game of Thrones. We will turn to the superhero world, but now to DC and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. So last week we actually talked about a trailer for this. That was the quick TV spot that was on Gotham last week. And then, of course, which I knew was happening, but as we went off the air last week, Kimmel debuted a full new trailer for the Batman v Superman movie. So I've talked about the show. I'm super hyped for this movie, and every new thing I see, I get even more hyped. I fucking love this trailer. It's awesome. It's by far the most they've revealed about the movie. You know what I really love too is that we got to see in the very beginning of the trailer Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent meet, and I just love that dialogue between them. I don't know, man. It was just so good, and just like Bruce Wayne's lines about like, I don't know, I'm just sick of costume freaks. It means like Gotham in me or something, you know.
So
And you can see, like, the
it's
tension
costume
there.
clowns.
Yeah, costume clowns.
Yeah.
And then like, and also, you know what? I really like Jesse Eisenberg as Luthor. Like seeing him in action, he comes over to that scene as there's that tension's going on, and and then like he shakes Clark Kent's hand. And I just found this hilarious. He's like, "That is quite a quip. Do not pick a fight with this person." I don't know. I just found that really funny. The way he delivered it.
Well, I just got the feeling that he knew exactly who both of them were, and like he's like, "Have fun, boys."
Yeah.
It was really well done. I enjoyed that part.
I will say, and this might have probably been just my experience because I just recently started playing. You know, I'm well past the age that I should, but I was playing Batman Legoland 2.
Yeah.
Like, you're not past the age. It's
And
fine.
if anybody goes and looks up the video for the intro to this game, it is identical to the trailer beginning where they're walking into a award ceremony
Oh,
with
really?
Batman and Superman, and Lex Luthor comes over and talks to them, but they're Lego. And when I saw this trailer, I was like, oh my god, they stole the scene from Legoland.
I hope in the Lego game, Lex Luthor steals 40 cakes at some point.
Well, no, then Joker comes in
I know that
and steals
reference.
Lex Luthor's watch. So that part didn't happen. But pretty much everything up to where the Joker came in was like line for line exactly what happened in the video game. I was like, come on, guys. That's plagiarism.
I really want to be hyped for this movie. I am so scared because I'm that guy who didn't like Man of Steel because I didn't like how it ended.
I have a lot of problems with Man of Steel. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, I really want that DCU to like work and be as awesome as the MCU. I'm a Marvel guy at heart, so like my bias is show. But I really want the DCU to work. But everything I see is like, be really cool if I was like 14. And I'm just like, I get it, I see it, and I don't know. I'm scared by it. It's so much hinges on it that I worry that they're doing too much. I'm afraid it's going to turn into Green Lantern.
Ooh.
How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah. That's like taking the gloves off and just like...
Yeah. I mean, fair is fair. Like, that's what happened to Daredevil, right? That first Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck. Is that the guy loved Daredevil so much, and he put so much in, and he wanted to like pack it full of stuff, and it just ended up falling apart under its own weight. That it they were trying to do so much they forgot to tell the basic story. And so I really hope it's good. I really hope it's great. I really hope Jason Todd turns out to be the Joker. Like all that stuff. But yeah, we'll see.
Here's a random question. Is Ben Affleck now the first actor to play two of these huge superheroes in his lifetime?
No.
That would be
Chris Evans has done it. He
Well,
played Johnny Storm before he played Captain America.
And Ryan Reynolds is on 3 now.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Deadpool, Green Lantern, and who?
He played Hannibal King in
Blade.
Trinity.
I don't count.
What? Why? How do you not count Blade? Blade is awesome.
No, I love
Blade. Is not so
I
awesome.
love Blade. Blade 2 is one of my favorite movies, but Blade Trinity sucks.
Well, yeah. I just
Blade really
realized
isn't good.
it was on the other day. I didn't realize that Dominic Purcell was Dracula in that movie.
Oh shit, he was.
Yeah. I had no idea. We came on Sci-Fi this weekend, and my wife was like, "Hey, there's Heatwave." I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, Dominic Purcell. Go figure."
All right, on Twitter, Maria Duran says, "Yeah, Man of Steel. No, how do you say this in Spanish? No esta.
No, that's not.
Not for me. I'm all about the original Superman. Well, nothing's gonna beat Christopher Reeve, man. He was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
At the Deep Poop brings up two things I just wanted to bring up too. Enjoyed a Batman vs Superman trailer, though not level of excitement as Nolan trailers. Well, it's not going to be Nolan. I agree. Not sure about Lex or Doomsday. Great WW entrance, meaning Wonder Woman. So we found out Doomsday, yes, is the villain. I actually really dug the Wonder Woman entrance in this movie. In the trailer, I thought it was pretty cool the way they worked her in.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What did you guys think about Doomsday or Wonder Woman?
I dig the idea of Doomsday in there because I like that Superman has somebody else to fight that's not just Lex Luthor, and I like that Jesse Eisenberg is doing something different with Lex and not doing a Gene Hackman impression. So I'm excited about all of those things. I'm excited about Wonder Woman because I'd love to see her like be a thing, even though I can't quite figure out how she works and how she connects. But I don't know. We'll see.
My only thing was and this is just, so many of the other trailers were more about like what's going on between Batman and versus Superman, like what's happening between obviously that battle that seems to be happening, and that's what I love so much because we were also like, how did they get to that point? Why is he in a weird chamber thing and why is he looking at the mask? Like what's going on? And then at the end of this trailer, when they introduced Doomsday and Wonder Woman, whom I love, and I love the whole like I thought she was with you line, I cracked up. I just felt I didn't want to see that part yet. I just wanted to still have the mystery of like, why do they hate each other? What's going on? I didn't want to see the Doomsday part yet. I wanted that to be a surprise. If that makes sense.
It's funny. They always give so much away in trailers, and everybody gets pissed off about it. But there's like study after study that people actually respond better to trailers that give more away, which is why they keep doing it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, people, they don't really want to see it, but they kind of do, or something. You know, like, or they just, if you don't show enough, people go, what movie is, what's the deal? What's the deal with this thing?
Well,
I don't get it.
You want to know, you want to be part of the conversation just in case you don't want to see it. I guess.
But they did give away a lot. They gave away a lot. I mean, obviously they're setting up the Justice League. I mean, obviously Dawn of Justice. But you know, it was in the trailer they did that as well. So, like.
Oh, very interesting information. I agree. They could have. They probably gave a little bit too much away in this trailer. But I'm
About
still
3 minutes long.
Yeah, still gonna see it. Like, please take my money. I'm gonna see it.
Alexander Martin at 2am_bastard says Wonder Woman looks like she is ready for all things. Like she is ready to smash something in this trailer.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her smash some stuff. All right, that's Batman v Superman. You keep tweeting us in, of course, at Super Geeked Up. #SGU. One last news item, then we'll go to 3-second movies. So I was watching on AMC a few days ago Demolition Man because I love that movie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Demolition Man. That was like our jam in like junior high school. We watched that movie like 100 times, or I think it was probably junior high school.
This news is not about Demolition Man, by the way, folks. So I'm just setting up.
Are you going to talk about Taco Bell?
But go watch Demolition Man if you haven't. Stallone versus Snipes, and it's the first movie I got introduced to Sandra Bullock before Speed and before she became huge. So she's awesome in it.
This reminds me of the South Park thing that's going on right now, where every time they go to do something online, they get distracted by all the pop-ups. And they just have a totally different tangent.
Anyway, while I was watching that on the commercial on AMC, there was this show which had all this amazing martial arts action, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, I've never seen this before. And it's called Into the Badlands, which is AMC's new show.
Mm-hmm.
And they are 4 episodes in right now. You can watch all of them on AMC's website for free, so that's right.
Those of you in Canada, you cannot.
Okay.
Oh.
I unfortunately figured that out. But if you're in the United States, you can. So, anyway, so Into the Badlands, so many things I'm excited about this for, and I've watched all 4 episodes. So it's this. It's basically set supposedly, I guess, a few hundred years in the future. It's very a post-apocalyptic feel. Little technology is left. There's all these barons that now control. The lands have been all split into barons controls.
Do you want
right?
the official AMC synopsis? I had to write it. It's funny. Anyway, continue.
Do you want to go for it.
Basically, they've divided into a feudal society, and they're all divided into barons control stuff, and they have these assassins that are basically their mercenary armies called Clippers, and they try and kill each other.
And they have like people working the land like indentured servants or slaves basically for them, and it's and so one thing I'm really excited about is, which I didn't know until I saw the credits, this is created by 2 guys that I'm a huge fan of because they are the creators of Smallville, and that's Alfred Goh and Miles Millar.
Oh yeah.
And they are amazing. They're the creators of the show, and they've written all the episodes so far, or written it with other people. So they're amazing.
So Jeff, really quick.
Yeah.
Jeff, did you watch all of Smallville? Did you
All
watch the
10
whole run of
seasons,
the
every
show?
episode. Yep.
Nice.
So did I. I'm like the only other person I know
Yes!
that did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And
there's a couple slow points there, but I stuck it
Yeah.
out to the end, and I love
Me
the
too.
finale of that show. What a great finale.
Yeah. And then those 2 left the show about, I don't know, 6 seasons, 7 seasons, I think maybe, but still, it was still solid after that. Anyway, so here's the thing, dude. I love like Hong Kong kung fu type action movies. Those are my favorite, right? And you don't see that over here on TV. So here, like Daredevil and Green and Arrow have done, I think, some awesome action scenes, right? But if you look at the action scenes in Into the Badlands, fuck those shows, forget it.
We're not even
at another level.
Like,
This is at another level. Just watch the first scene in the first episode. Holy shit!
freaking amazing. Like the thing with from what I understand from the casting directors, what they did with this is that the first prerequisite to audition for this show is you better know martial arts somehow, and if you don't, you're not auditioning. Like that
Nice.
was their basic thing.
This show you have to. Yeah, I agree.
You had to be trained. Like the one move where he does, and Jeff, maybe you and I are the only ones who've seen it, the one where he does in that very first fight where he flips the guy over and he's dragging him by his arm and then breaks. I was like, what did you do?
I will just say, I haven't watched anything but the first pilot episode so far, and my poor boyfriend just recently had shoulder surgery, and he was watching that scene, and every single time you just hear bones cracking because he's just taking people's arms and just cracking them apart, and every single time he would hold his shoulder and go, ugh. But yes, it's the most incredible fight. The choreography, whoever the team that they have working on this,
I'll tell you who it is.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's the fight choreographer of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. That's why it's so amazing.
It's beautiful. It's and just I find like the colors. I want his jacket and I want his motorbike. I want the widow's entire wardrobe. Like the entire world that they have created, and just like. It's gorgeous. It's just beautiful. Aside, the fights are awesome, don't get me wrong, but the actual visual of it is sumptuous. It's gorgeous. It's really stunning.
Now, here's my little question to stir the pot, because granted, I'm only an episode in, and you guys have watched a little more, but to me, the little kid that he rescues already kind of has the feeling of Carl from Walking Dead to me, where I wish he was murdered by episode 2 because I just hate him.
Oh, really?
So do you guys have a different take on this guy? Is he another Carl?
His backstory gets pretty interesting, so keep watching.
I dig him. I think he's good.
I will say we were joking at work a little bit that so the lead character, they kind of feel like they mixed maybe a few of the favorite Walking Dead characters into one. So cool dude who rides a motorcycle. cool dude who is really good with swords, and the nice guy that everyone wants to be around.
Yeah, I see that. They know what we want.
Yeah, just put them all together from Walking Dead.
Yeah, just add a crossbow in there somewhere and you're good.
Yeah.
And the acting, even though she said the actors all have martial arts experience, but the acting is awesome. It's top notch in the show.
Amazing.
Like, it's really good.
Yeah. It just goes to show that you can find people who are very well trained in many different aspects of their craft. So they didn't just go for people who could fight well; they also went for people who could act
well. We definitely did that as well. Like when we were casting this movie, I feel our movie, we definitely had Marissa do some karate and various other things to make sure she knew how to do it.
I came in with a PhD in animal choreography.
Oh yeah, I remember that on your resume.
Yeah.
It was actually what tipped you over the top.
Yep,
and what's sad though is after all that training and animal work, we just ended up having her run around in her underwear in the woods. So
yeah. Although I do have a degree in running around in the woods in lingerie, so that came in handy too.
Yeah,
5 degrees.
Yep, lots of degrees here. A multi-talented actress, guys.
All right, go watch Into the Badlands. It's awesome. Like, it's like the kind of scenes you'll see it like again in like Jackie Chan, Jet Li back in the day, where you just watch the action, you're like, oh my god, your mouth's on the floor. You can't believe they just did that, basically.
Yeah.
Great.
I completely agree.
You guys
Still watch it.
That like the producers from Pulp Fiction are also the producers on this.
Yeah, and Django Unchained too.
Yeah. So that was really exciting too.
Interesting.
Throwing that.
And there's a solid, by the way. The story's very. I know we're not talking about that as much. The story's very solid too.
Yeah.
That's the most important, I know, of course. But
it's actually a really cool story.
My wife's been watching it. She started watching. We started recording it, and I have a bad habit of not watching TV shows. But she's like, it's so good, you have to check it out. And she said the world building is amazing, like the characters are really good, the design is great, and she's really, really into it. She's like, I don't understand why you're not watching the show with me. I'm like, well,
Go watch it.
Yeah. I didn't know it was apocalyptic. I thought it was just like a martial arts show, and I was like, I don't know. But once I heard it was post-apocalyptic, like I am more in than I was. But I will make that deal with you. If you see Ant-Man, I'll see Into the Badlands.
Yeah. All right, cool. There's our geeky news. Keep tweeting us in what you think about all that we've been talking about, folks. So Nicole already told you about Patreon. We have one.
I got really excited and just started talking about it too soon.
You did.
Sorry.
You're like, who cares about this other news?
Patreon. Yeah,
Patreon.
But we have one Patreon supporter in particular we want to mention.
We do, and that is the awesome Maria Duran, who was agreeing with me about the loveliness of the Widow's costumes. So Maria facilitates a talk every Wednesday morning on Twitter about branding, and so you can talk all about branding and marketing and how that all fits together if you follow along at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, using the hashtag BrandChat and following along at BrandChat on Twitter. It's very educational. I don't know how Maria does it every single Wednesday. I've got to say, there's probably thousands of tweets going through that she seems to respond to them all and encourage everyone to participate. It's an amazing, amazing chat with all different aspects in different industries. She's done stuff with education and government. We did one about marketing at festivals and cons and online, and it's a very great chat. So check it out every Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, using the hashtag BrandChat. At BrandChat on Twitter.
Wow.
Nice. All right. We got one last segment to do, folks. It's called 3-Second Movies. Before we do that, though, we're going to take one last commercial break if you're watching the recorded version, so we'll see you back in a second.
Hey, guys. Welcome back from commercial break. We're about to do some nerdy things right now. 3-second movies. I was trying to go with the nerdy.
Was that the book comment of my book friend nerds? Is that what you're doing?
That's right. That's right. That's right. You know what I'm talking about.
Amazing. All right. Nicole, you also want to tell us about 3-second movies?
Yeah, 3-second movies. So we played this a couple times, and we actually stole this from, was it Limited Release? that who we stole it from?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
we asked, and he's kindly gave it to us. Actually, Nick Montgomery, he emailed me today saying he's so happy that it's found a home here, so he's happy.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I say stole, I meant like with permission, not
Yeah,
illegal
Because that's
stealing.
what steal means.
We said the words, "Can we steal this?" and he said yes. So
He
that
did
counts.
say steal, and he did.
Yeah.
And so we've divided before the show. We divided into 2 teams. We have Team 1, which is Andy and Jeff, and Team 2, which is Marissa and Matt.
Woo
And, woo woo! And basically, what's going to happen is we've also sent them some movie titles, and they have to describe to their team member the movie in 3 seconds or less. They can't use any thing that would like any words from the title, or they can't use any character names. They just have to do the best they can to describe what's actually happening in the movie.
And we
And
can't
it's kinda
use
hard sometimes, yeah.
we can't use cast or crew names either, right? I think is the rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, so if it's directed or produced by someone huge, you couldn't say, "Hey, that movie done by so and so," if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Right.
We can or cannot do that.
Cannot.
Can or cannot. Cannot. Okay.
Cannot. Yes. So, does everybody have those lists that we sent them at a time?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm wondering, well, obviously we have Team 1, Andy and Jeff.
Right.
And
The
I'm
winning
thinking maybe,
team.
Jeff, you should you should go first,
Sure.
so that we can all get the hang of it.
Yep. All right. So Andy, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. I'm gonna do this. I'll actually do it probably in less than 3 seconds, and then you'll have more than the 3 seconds to guess though, just so you know if you need it.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody ready with a timer? Or just gonna count? Somebody gonna count?
Count,
No,
yeah.
I have a timer.
Oh, you have a timer?
Oh,
wow.
now we're
Okay.
official. That's
Fancy
Whoa.
pants.
Technology.
We're making up for Google Hangout things. All right.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Here's the first one. Kid and alien ride a bicycle together.
E.T.
Yep.
Boom.
There
Very
you
good,
Wow,
Jeff.
that was like 1 second, Jeff. That was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Jeff.
Okay,
Thank you.
so Team 1 has a point. Okay. Okay, we're going to Team 2 now.
Mm.
Okay, so who wants to start on Team 2? Marissa?
Okay.
You want it? Yeah.
Let's look at this list. All right.
Star Wars.
I know more than that.
Okay, just when you start talking, I'll start timing.
Okay. Musical where pretty girl works for a man who looks like a big wolf.
Musical where pretty girl works for a man who looks like a wolf.
I think I know it actually. Oh wait, can we go by the way if this doesn't get it?
Wait.
Wait, you have time. You have time. You
Yeah.
have time.
It's coming. It's coming because it's totally not Into the Woods because nobody works for a wolf in that. It's totally not Les Mis because not Les Mis because
He's just
all
gonna
the
keep, he's gonna keep
reasons why it's
eliminating.
yeah,
not Les
because Hugh Jackman, while he looks like a wolf, is not a wolf. The answer is musical about a girl who works with a wolf.
Yeah, that's tough.
Sorry, you gotta make a guess. Make your best
Yeah.
guess.
It is totally.
All right. This is
Oh, wait,
stalling.
no, it's Mary Poppins.
All right. So
Right,
wait, can we steal or no? Or just for fun at least? Can we steal for fun, if not for points?
Do it.
All right. So Andy, do you have an idea? I have an idea. Do you have one?
I have no idea. I don't
All
know.
right. I'm gonna say it's Beauty and the Beast.
It is
Oh.
What would it said? Stockholm Syndrome, the musical.
Oh, okay.
Stockholm.
So, Nicole, do you want to do points or do you want to steal for fun? It's up to you. What do
I
you wanna
think steal for fun.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Just like,
Dominate.
yeah.
It was good, Marissa. I'm back in the game. I'm sorry
Yeah,
I let you down.
come on.
I'm sorry.
All right, Andy, you're up. You're gonna give one to me.
Okay. I could pick anyone off this list.
Yeah, any way you want.
Oh,
Okay.
I could have done any one of them.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. A kid and a doctor go back in time.
Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait,
Man.
yeah.
Oh,
wait,
I
he
guess
said some of the words. He said some of the
I
words.
did
in the
use
title,
back.
right?
I should have said traveled back in time.
So wait, is
I
the
should've
word
said.
back now loud or no? Is that okay? What do you think?
Yeah.
Or
I
should
would
he do
say
another
it's-
one?
I would. Nicole, I'm
Judges?
fine. I'm
Judges?
okay with it.
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there we
What's
go.
the Worldwide Federation of 3-second movie? What are the rules on that?
I was
Turn
consult
to
the rule book.
Twitter.
We should ask Deepu about that.
Yeah.
We'll get a half point.
Okay.
Half point.
Okay.
Well, I think that adds up because we stole the other one, so and we got half of that, so that adds
Yeah,
up to a
Sure,
full point.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Back to Team 2. This is Matt's turn.
Okay. All right. Marissa, you ready?
Mm.
If you choose to accept it, the American James Bond.
The American James Bond.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
If you choose to accept it.
Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
This,
He's like, I give you a hint.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. So.
so 2-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
2-1.
All right, back to me. Here you go,
Pressure's
Andy.
on. Pressure's on.
All right, here we go. Tiny superhero. I promised Matt I'd see this movie.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh. Well, I mean, I wonder what it is. Starring Danny Vasquez. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice. Okay. Back to Team 2.
Okay. And we're not allowed to use quotes from the movie, right? Or can we? I guess we can.
Yes, we can, because Matt did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I skirt the
Yes.
rule book?
No, I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Yeah, we've done that before, so
We have.
don't put them in
Pete,
order.
okay, are you ready?
I'm sorry, yes.
Okay. Pizza delivery, or tell you what I'm gonna do, Smalls. Gonna give it at the count of 3.
One, two, that's the last
That was
one.
a very obscure reference, but that was hilarious.
Did you hear the first part? The pizza delivery, at least?
I did.
It's kind of an obscure reference, but super funny once you know what it is.
Oh, no.
Hilarious.
I'm awful at this game, Marissa.
Oh, no.
Because
I just want
So by
to
the way,
gif. I want a
Marissa-
gif of Matt playing this game. That's what I want. Just his facial reactions are amazing. Oh, ooh.
On Twitter, people are doing good. A bunch of people got Beauty and the Beast from before, Marissa, so they knew
Yeah.
what you were talking
Yeah. Twitter's got me. Oh,
my
no.
Twitter's too slow. I can't use it to cheat.
Yeah, you gotta make your call.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because it's totally not Home Alone 2.
I don't get another round of, like, any others. I can't
Because
get it from that.
it's
Best guess. Just say something. Anything.
Lover Boy.
It's underrated. That movie's underrated.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I have no steel. I have no idea.
Oh, no, I stumped him.
Goonies or something? No, not Goonies.
Tell everybody what it is.
Home Alone.
I said Home Alone 2.
Oh,
Wait, you said it?
I said Home Alone 2.
what?
You did?
Wait,
I did. That's the first thing I said. Home Alone 2 Lost in New York.
Oh, that would have
Somebody
been
on
fine,
Twitter should
right?
back me up.
Well, I trust that he said that. I guess is that acceptable?
No one would ever make up saying Home Alone 2. So
Okay, alright. Well, okay, we'll give you half a point for that. Because it wasn't actually Home Alone 2, so we'll just do half point.
I mean, you don't have to give. Okay, yeah.
Just take that.
Don't argue out of a
I'm not going to be
point.
proud in this moment. I'm going to accept.
okay.
It's all right. I should have just said, I don't know.
Die Hard with an 8-year-old?
I couldn't say kid who's at home alone, so I was like, where do I go from here?
Kid who's in his domicile
Yeah.
You could have done this.
by himself.
By himself. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and the killer.
All right, Andy, you got one?
Okay, I think I got one here. I think I'm good. Okay. Are you ready, Jeff?
I'm ready.
Okay. A group of short and tall dudes go on a long journey.
Okay, I mean, yes, I know what it is, but I'm just trying to figure out exactly which of these 6 movies or books
A
what
group.
movies it's going to be. Yeah,
A group.
of short and tall men go on a long journey.
Dudes. Go
Dude.
on.
Okay, all right. So, okay, yep, short and
I can
tall.
also-
Right. I'm going to say it's Lord of the Rings. So I have to say the specific one, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I probably should have said start a journey, but
Group.
start a
Well,
lot.
but The Hobbit has a group, too. But
But that's
not,
why I said short and tall
But,
dudes.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
there- yeah,
And
but there's five people.
you said group, like group of dudes of fellowship.
Dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Hey,
And
good
you should
job,
have said
Jeff.
they got on a boat.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have said it was 3
we
hours
can't
long,
really,
too, but...
yeah, we can't really nitpick up at him right now.
Yeah, pizza's
All right,
Hey,
delivery.
so,
listen, we live in America. We can do what we want.
Are we going to do one more for Matt, or what are we
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, one more from Matt. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
He's psyching
Okay.
himself up.
Psyching myself up. All right. Ready? Ready?
Mm.
A lady wants to make a jacket out of spotted dogs.
101 Dalmatians.
Oh,
Wow.
very
Yes.
nice.
Nice.
Nice. Very good,
Yes.
guys.
Well
Excellent.
done.
So do we tie, or do we win
No,
that?
No, I really
You totally won.
do one more. One more.
We had
Because
4 full
I-
points, man.
Yeah.
I didn't get
Team one
permission.
definitely dominated that one.
No.
Yeah.
One more.
Oh,
Wesley, come on.
Mercer wants redemption.
At
Yeah.
least I just want to throw this out to the Twitter sphere and see how many get it, because it's my favorite
Okay.
movie of all
okay,
time.
do it.
Do it.
All right. A procedure that lets you erase memories of your loved ones.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well
Okay, go. What is it, Matt?
Should we let them answer?
Or let the Twitters answer
Oh,
that.
okay.
Okay, you can answer it, Matt.
I didn't say anything.
No, go ahead, Matt. What is it?
It's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such
I
good
got one,
movie.
Marissa. I'm not always letting you down.
No.
Once the game's over, you're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pressure's off.
It's
Pressure's
the
off.
pressure.
I'm
It's the
okay.
pressure.
Once the
Forward to
movie's
indie
over,
movies.
once the
Yeah.
game's over.
You know
Yeah.
what it is? Indie movies versus corporate America kind of a thing. You're like, I got the indie movies down. That kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you
Exactly.
talking
No. Yeah. Exactly. I mean it for the art. You see, these large Hollywood movies, I can't get behind their workmanship. Whatever I'm saying, I lost it. I lost the thread. It was going somewhere, and then it quickly fell off a cliff.
All right, so before we go here, folks, let's give some more links one more time for Love in the Time of Monsters. Guys, where can people check all the good stuff out?
Okay, so the best place to go for Love in the Time of Monsters is TBC Films. That's Tri-Beard Council Films. .com, and on there you can find all the links on where to see the film. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Love in the Time of Monsters, or on Twitter at Uncle Slavko. And Uncle Slavko, of course, being the character that owns the lodge that all the monsters are at. So any of those places you can find us. Please say hi. We love talking to people and engaging with fans, and it's just been a really fun trip this year, seeing the movie come out and watch it kind of get out there. People seem to really enjoy it, which is fun.
Awesome. And why don't you guys, if you like, give some personal Twitter links if you'd like people to follow you. Andy, Which
Oh,
one?
I'm at Gun for Hire. That's GUNNFORHIRE.
That's an awesome Twitter name. I love it.
Thanks.
Marissa, do you have a Twitter you'd like to share?
Yep, at Marissa Skell. That's MarissAskell. And you can also check for updates on my website at www.marissaskell.com.
Awesome. By the way, a lot of people on Twitter got Home Alone right away too. Just throw that out there. Too.
Yep, busted, Matt.
I totally got it in. Actually, my wife texted me. She's watching right now. She texted me. She was like, "It's Home Alone," but I got it too late. Too late.
Katrina.
You just had to stall a little longer.
I know.
That's why you were stalling so long. Your wife. All right, and then Matt, do you have a Twitter?
I do have a Twitter. My Twitter is Platypus Robot, which is exactly how it sounds. Way too confusing. It's PlatyPusRobot. Yeah, go ahead. Like, I follow everybody back. I talk about movies and comics a lot. I went off.
Yeah,
on
beware if you follow Matt. Beware if you follow Matt, because you will get tons of comic references, tons of Star Wars references. I'm sure none of you would be interested in that follow this podcast. So just letting you know.
We never talk about that at all.
Yeah.
Ever.
Just lots of unicorns.
That is true.
All right, great. Don't forget, folks, if you like to listen to podcasts, and that's how you listen to us, we are on Blog Talk Radio on the League of Geeks network, which is a network we created with our two buddies on two shows called SFP Now and Genretainment. You can go to blogtalkradio.com/League of Geeks to check all those shows out. Next week, once again, it is our Star Wars extravaganza. We're going to get super geeky about Star Wars the day before The Force Awakens releases. And then I'm sure the week after that, we will, of course, have a huge discussion breakdown about the film. So lots of Star Wars coming up the next couple of weeks on the show. All right, so thank you so much to Marissa, Andy, and Matt for being on. Thank you, guys. You were great.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
you guys
you.
were great.
Hope you enjoy the movie. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you, of course, everybody who, if you're watching live, if you're watching the recorded version or listening to the podcast, we really appreciate all you guys. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. See you next week.